Six across, knock that down. The way I would compare the men's and women's game is, first of all, the intensity and competitiveness is matched. It's the physical part of the game, the strength of the game is very different.
For the women's game, I think it's incredible that there's so many young girls teams now. That wasn't an option for me. I think that's why I played boys, but there's 25 of us on the team right now. I would say at least 15 to 20 of us definitely grew up playing with the boys. Come on, you're almost there, push. Hips up, that a girl. I think playing with the guys influenced me huge. I'm not afraid to go in the corners and rough it up with someone, and I think that's because I was, had to play tough against the boys when I was 13, 14, 15. Boys get big at that age.
Everyone's going to try and not lose to the girl, so they're going to try and beat the girl. It was fun for us, but eventually you have to make that transition.
It's such an incredibly fast, skilled, finesse game. I certainly really, really love the women's game.
I grew up in Danvers, Massachusetts, just north of Boston. I started skating when I was 3 years old. I have an older brother, Brian, who played, and I think I just wanted to be just like him. I met Gretchen Ulian, who played on the women's team in 1998. Just after they won in Nagano, I was, I must have been, 12 or 13 years old at that point. She put her gold medal around my neck, and I got to put her USA jersey on. And I think from that moment forward, anyone that knew me, that's what I was telling them. When I get the age, I'm going to play. Nice and strongly. Stay with it. One at a time. I think, as captain, my number one focus is always leading by example on the ice. You gotta walk the walk. If you're gonna talk to the girls about finishing plays, chipping pucks, making smart changes, all great things on the ice, I need to do it myself as well. And my work habits need to be 110% all the time.
She's a natural leader. She's a fantastic kid. And she has the respect of all of her teammates because of her work ethic and commitment to excellence.
That away, guys, that away! Oh, you guys are right in sync! Good job, guys!
I think she's really stepped into the role in a great way and has been a great influence on her team.
She is not afraid to get in someone's face and hold them accountable.
If I was forechecking, I would come in, and just try to pin you because I know I have someone coming behind me. You have to just eat it.
It's not always being able to say the easy things and the obvious things. Sometimes being a good leader means you have to say the tough things. She does that, and she leads by example.
She has that great balance of articulating her message with respect, but also making sure that she's heard. And I think at the end of the day, she understands that being liked and being respected are two very different things, and the most important one is to be respected.
Puck's in the net! Could never be a goalie or a Lamoureux.
Lamoureux twins, they're obviously twins and they're stuck together no matter what, but they are very different people and very different players. Jocelyn, she's really changed her game over the past couple of years, and she's become much more dynamic. And Monique is, she's in an interesting situation because she spent most of her college career playing defense. And she then goes up and plays forward, so she's got herself in a much better position.
If we have a killer right here, you want to be just off it, so if it does pop, I can't just turn and fire it, so you can at least get a stick.
We started skating when we were 2. We have 4 older brothers. If we didn't keep up, we weren't allowed to play with them, and so from a very young age, we learned how to always work hard and try our hardest, because if we didn't get to play, we were pretty upset about it. It's something that bonded us together, and just been playing ever since.
I can't imagine how incredible it is to have a training partner by my side 24/7 like that.
Yeah, this one's the worst.
They have an emotional resilience to them. They tell you, you can tell me whatever you need to tell me, however you need to tell me that, because I know it's only going to make me better.
You're going to go from here as hard as you can through the blue line and coast the rest of the way. As soon as the last person gets through the blue line, the next 6 take off, okay? Go!
And it's an incredible honor and opportunity to be the first female ice hockey coach for the United States. And I don't spend that much time thinking about it because it takes on a life of its own, frankly.
She's done incredible things with her program at Harvard, and she's, one of the top coaches in the nation.
Come on, who's covered 22? We've got numbers. We should be able to be more aggressive. Okay, we've got to shut that play down right away. We've got 3, they've got 2. Way to go! Grab a drink. Good job, grab a drink.
I started coaching hockey because I wanted to provide an incredible experience for kids to play an amazing sport at the highest level and have a blast while they're doing it.
It's an honor to play for her. We're definitely proud to have a female coach.
So the training routine for the girls is we're here just about 5 or 6 days a week. They lift 2 to 3 times a week before they come out here for practice. We practice pretty intensive for 2 hours.
The days get long, sometimes people get tired, and you don't want to let the gas pedal up at all. We have 3 lifts a week, which are in the mornings with Mike Boyle.
They work incredibly hard. They do everything they ask them to do. They're ridiculously dedicated.
45 in traffic, so just go. You can go.
Like that? Or do you want us to just go back and forth? Okay, let's go, Dad!
There's no NHL pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for these people. This is it. The Olympic gold medal is the peak of women's hockey.
Oh gosh, to win a gold medal, I could honestly almost cry thinking about it right now. So much of all of our lives has gone into this team and the goal of getting to the Olympics and winning the gold medal. And I almost can't even put into words what it would make me feel like. It's so intense, and we're so passionate about it. Everything I've done in my life for the last, I'd say over 10 years, has been focused on being a part of the national team and going to the Olympics and winning. For myself personally, coming up a little bit short, I mean, that's in my mind multiple times a day, every day.
We won a silver, but we also lost the gold. In the moment, it's pretty difficult to appreciate.
I have to say there is a little bit of a bitter taste still, and that's what we're training for right now. I think we want to go back and we want to be on the top of the podium.
We remember how much it hurt not to win, so I think that's just a driving force for us right now.
We don't work this hard to try to be second. I think our chances of gold are excellent.
1, 2, 3, USA!
Carpenter, Duggan, and Decker up front. Here's Knight. It fires. What a shot. Puck still loose. Carpenter second. And Decker was trying to jam at it. The scrum, but under the pile, Zabados hangs on.
The U.S.-Canada rivalry, it really depends on your perspective. My perspective is it's very positive. Certainly there are times when the energy gets to a little bit of a boil, but really because everyone's trying to bring out the best in each other. If you want to be the best in the world, then you should have to go through someone who considers themselves the best before you get that title.
We face each other a lot. We know what they're going to bring, and at this point, we want to bring more.
When we win a gold medal, it's going to be a lot sweeter. It's against them.
It's a positive rivalry that sometimes comes to a boil.
Jocelyn, top of the circle, puts it in front. Zabados got run into it. She is hung up. There is no penalty, though. Zabados is down, and now Monique Lamoureux getting into it.
There was a little bit of a scuffle after the whistle in our first U.S.-Canada game in Burlington.
And the fists are starting to fly.
Yeah, Lamoureux went in very hard and knocked Zabados down.
Jocelyn had the puck on the wing, and she threw it on net. The goalie was right there, and so I think the back of my shoulder hit her shoulder. She fell and kind of expected what was to come at me.
Jocelyn Lamoureux in it. I mean, they're tearing buckets off right now.
I don't think there was any malicious intention there if you watch the video, but regardless, they took exception to it, and people just paired up, and it was a little scrum.
You're like, whoa, those are women out there beating up on each other like that?
If you don't push back every once in a while, then you lose ground, and we're not about to lose ground.
The key is everybody has to bust back.
I would absolutely 100% compare this team to a family. As with all the other teams that I've coached, I feel very strongly about that, and that's a huge element in our success. I mean, if you have a tremendous team dynamic, it's like having another player on the ice, and that's something that we've been cultivating here as well. It's a pretty tight-knit group right now.
To be able to be in this type of environment with a great group of girls, I just don't think I'll ever be able to be in an environment like this again. No matter what kind of job I get, it's never going to be 25 elite people who are great at what they do, and we're striving for that one ultimate goal. It's just kind of something that's once in a lifetime.
It's exciting. I think we got a lot of workhorses, a lot of people that are, we're chasing after the same thing, and we all want to be there together in the end.
You're Team USA, you're Team first. United States of Japan. 1, 2, 3, that's it!
What happened to Vito on the half-pipe snowboarder? When Louis wanted to snowboard, he was about 5.5 or so, 6, and he was the youngest person on the mountain.
It took one chance down that mountain, one try, and Louis was hooked.
I loved it. I loved snowboarding every day and wanted to keep doing it, so it kind of just evolved from there.
Lou would take him to a lot of different contests.
We stopped at every mountain from the west side of Ohio to the east side of New York, and I would enter him in every contest that I could enter him in. And I entered them in a lot of adult contests. For example, he won the Coors Cup, and he won a year's supply of Coors at 10 years old?
10 years old. I think it was at Nationals or somewhere that one of these coaches at Stratton Mountain School said to Lou, "Who is this coach?" And Lou very proudly said, "I am." And he said, "You know what? If he had a real coach, I could make him a national champion." He said, "Let him come to Stratton Mountain School."
It was kind of pretty cool going to a snowboarding school.
We were in an academy with many other good athletes that he was chasing and chasing and chasing. So when you're doing that, it's making you better and better and better along the way.
He flourished. He loved it. He won the Nationals first year.
And then things kind of started snowballing from there because I started realizing like this could be something I could actually do. Growing up watching the Olympics, you always wanted to be a part of it some way, somehow. It was crazy making the 2010 team. It was like a dream come true and such a surreal feeling. And I ended up 5th. I was kind of one of the favorites to the podium, but it's all good. I was just stoked to land a run. I mean, at the time, I was really angry, but I was happy looking back that I landed a run when it counted. I grew up outside Columbus, Ohio, in a town called Bull Fountain. It was interesting growing up in Ohio just because it's not known for its powder riding or mountains in general.
There's not even a half pipe in the whole state of Ohio. The fact that you can have a person from Ohio that's a half pipe Olympian, but it's huge.
My parents made sure that I remember where I came from and stay grounded. Stand by you, is that okay?
I'm proud of the fact that he gives back to the community.
The way that they speak about Louis is as if he were their own.
Welcome to the court, professional snowboarder and Ohio native, Louis Vito.
He's a great ambassador to the sport. He comes out, he signs autographs for hours on end. I mean, it's just like a lot of travel, a lot of time commitment, and it's a lot of dedication that a lot of people don't have.
You can't help but love Louis. He has always given back, not just since he's become famous. He is always there to support anybody, and that's why it's so much fun to support him.
We're here at the Louis Vito Rail Jam.
Today is actually the 10th annual Louis Vito Rail Jam.
It's an all-charity event. All my sponsors donate prizes.
Louis gives away, and his sponsors, over $35,000 in prizes.
It's one of the biggest contests, if not the biggest contest in the Midwest.
To be in this contest, be in the drawing, all you need to do is bring one canned good or one paper product.
But as the years went by, we have donors now that are giving 5 digits.
Hey, thank you. Everything's for charity, 100%. It's my way of giving back to the community that helped raise me, helped create me, make me who I am, and show kids that, you know, if you put your mind to it, anything's possible. Thank you for coming out. For me, it's just creating a fun atmosphere, something where parents can come watch their kids snowboard, they can come hang out and support a good cause. Daddy's here, shirt.
He's really good at snowboarding and he can do all these flips and stuff.
At one point, he was in their shoes, a little kid that looked up to snowboarders, and he wanted to be that snowboarder that he could just make a difference in another kid's life because he was there.
You got some nice boards here.
He's very approachable. He's somebody that they can talk to. I know they look up to him, but he's not somebody that they just look at him from afar.
Thank you so much, Louis, and don't you be changing.
Trust me, I got date people that smack me around if I do.
That's right.
I'd rather miss a couple days of training because I was doing something like this, because this is something that means a lot to me and means a lot to the community.
You can't bring a chair when you're on top because you don't have time to sit. And Louis is not sitting.
The fact that he's still going strong really shows his dedication to the sport.
He's a great snowboarder, that can't be denied. But he's a wonderful person, and that's more important than anything. He's just truly a young boy.
You're me.
Yeah, he's still my boy.
My name is John Daly. I do skeleton. Skeleton is this sport where you grab this lunch tray looking thing with some runners on the bottom. You run as fast as you can. You put your face 1 inch off the ice and you go 90 miles per hour. I had a pretty basic childhood. I grew up on Long Island, and I did track and field, BMX, and then got into skeleton right after I broke both my wrists. There's knee bars and shoulder plates. I'd push in with my left knee to go left, and I'd push in with my right knee to go right, and the opposite shoulder would counter. It's like a little Macarena of steering down the track there.
My name is Steve Langton. I'm a U.S. bobsledder, and this will hopefully be my second Olympics. I graduated from Northeastern in 2006. I ran track and field, and I ran the 100 meters and long jumped a little bit at about 225 to 230 pounds, which, if you know anything about track and field, that's pretty obese. So after I graduated, I actively sought out another sport that would better play to my physical attributes. Growing up as a little kid, the Olympics was always on every 2 years in the Langton household, and bobsled is one of those events that I always watched. I went to the 2010 Winter Games in Vancouver. I'm a two-time world champion in the 2 and 4 man late placid. I was 2011 world push champion and a 4-time U.S. national push champion. In the off season, I train late placid at the Olympic Training Center. John Daly, who's a skeleton athlete for the U.S., is my roommate.
We share a room, we share a bathroom. His side of the room is immaculate, and mine is not so immaculate, you could say.
Because we come from different sports and at least physically, we're opposites. We're both very dedicated, very driven, and very athletic. But he's from Long Island, I'm from Boston. I'm tall, he's short. I guess we both have good hair, but...
This looks more natural.
This looks suspicious.
It does. That could be deceitful, you know? Like, people don't know how your hair really is.
The Daily Note Show is something we started so people could kind of see a different side of the athletes. We had done a couple of things together, but nothing on film, and they wanted to, a bunch of people had asked us to put together a video blog, and we did, and I think they're getting better each time.
We're 8 episodes in.
Let's go, baby! Ready? Yeah!
It's light and simple. They're pretty short, and I know from my own personal experience, if it makes you laugh, you're probably gonna watch it, so.
Oh, girls, what are you doing tonight?
We're having a pillow fight. You want to join?
The way our sport works, people say you need 3 things to perform well. You need a great push, a great drive, and fantastic equipment. If we do everything to the best of our ability, we have the best equipment in the world, the best pilot in the world, and we're going to have the best push in the world as well. So I like our prospects.
Competing in the last Olympics, what I learned is you can't focus so much in February because you still have the whole season, and that kind of goes for the track. You can't get into on the ice and be worried about curve 5 because you still have curves 1 through 4 to get there. So basically, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I get another chance at a medal.
If I was ever that lucky to win an Olympic medal, it would just kind of be like an exclamation point on my career that the past 7 years was worth it. I mean, the journey has been incredible, but for me, athletically, one way I've continued to always get better regardless of the sport is never being satisfied with what I've done. And for me, I think maybe that Olympic medal will finally be that exclamation point and that little bit of satisfaction.
Dude, try to make the next games. Come on.
That's really weird, dude.
15 more minutes, man. Come on.